Okay, what are exclusions and inclusions when it comes to the purchase contract or the listing agreement or the MLS or all those types of things? What are those things? Well, inclusions and exclusions are the types of things you need to understand that, let's say a seller is selling their house and they want to keep the fridge, or there's a chandelier that they love, or there's certain window coverings that they really want to keep to take to their new home. Those are called exclusions. They would have to list those things, not just on the MLS or in their listing agreement, but in a counteroffer to a buyer. They would have to list those exclusions specifically to make sure that they are getting them, because even though they're only listed online, it may not stand up in court that, hey, they're listed online, so we're keeping them. It's not part of the documentation. The MLS listing is not always part of the documentation. So you want to make sure you list those things and you figure those out beforehand. Same thing on a buyer's side. I've had buyers that'll be like, hey, I want the fridge, I want the washer dryer, those type of things. They ask for them. And then we get into the deal, and then some of them are partway through the deal, and the seller's like, well, I don't want to give you those things. I didn't notice that in the contract. Well, it's in the contract. We asked for those things. And most of the time when I send an offer over, I'll give a summary in the email body saying, here's what's going on. Here's what we're asking for, just so it's very clear. Because I've had people before where I'm on a listing site, I have a buyer's agent that'll say things to me like, well, that's fine, or this, let's just get an escrow and we'll figure it out. No. We're not going to get into escrow and then figure something out later, because that's where things will blow up. And one of my jobs as your realtor is to make sure I protect your liability, your legal interest, to make sure you're not making bad decisions, because I have to sign almost all the same paperwork that you do during that process. So if my signature's on or I'm advising you, then I don't want to be the one that gets sued because something goes wrong. So we definitely want to make sure that with exclusions and inclusions, if there's something you want as a buyer, you need to make sure we put that on the offer. If there's something you want to keep as a seller, you need to make sure you put that into a counter offer and everyone signs off on it. There's no figuring it out later, because that's how things will definitely go sideways. So let's not have things go sideways in your transaction at all. Okay? If you have any questions or want more examples of this, I can definitely give those to you. They're pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but people miss them all the time. So reach out anytime. Agent B, here to help when you're ready. Exclusions, inclusions. Either one. I'll see you.